Next, we're going to look at the legal requirements around accessible educational materials. Let's begin by looking at who is eligible to receive accessible educational materials. By law, it tells us an individual who, regardless of any other disability, is blind or has a visual impairment or perceptual or reading disability that cannot be improved to give visual function substantially equivalent to that of a person who has no such impairment or disability, and so is unable to read printed works to substantially the same degree as a person without an impairment or disability, or is otherwise unable through physical disability to hold or manipulate a book or to focus or move the eyes to the extent that would be normally acceptable for reading. This information is posted on the Department of Public Instruction's website, and the link to the AIM bulletin has been provided on this slide. We recognize that is a lot to unpack, and so we are excited to announce a new resource to help IEP teams with their intentional decision-making around AIM. If you have been a part of an IEP team meeting this school year, you have likely seen the revised AIM prompt. On your screen now, you see the Department of Public Instruction's Special Factors Sample Form. Question number 5 reads, does a student need assistive technology services or devices? Underneath that question, you see the highlighted sub-question letter A. In addition to other needs that may require assistive technology, is the student able to access, use, and derive meaning from age or grade level standard printed text? And again, the key words here are access, use, and derive meaning from. Just giving access isn't enough. Student needs to be able to engage with and derive meaning from the grade level standard printed text. To further assist IEP teams with this prompt, we are excited to announce the AIM decision tree. The main title question you see at the top, does a student with an IEP need access to educational materials in a format other than standard printed text? As we unpack this decision tree, we see in the main box, this main question here, does the student access, use, and derive meaning from standard printed text? Please remember this includes visuals and graphics. So again, does a student access, use, and derive meaning from a standard printed text, which allows for the student to make progress towards IEP goals and age or grade level standards? If the answer to that main question, again, that main question matches the prompt on that special factors page, if the answer to that is no, we move to the right and we see 4 questions listed. Does the student see printed materials, again, including the text, the visual graphics, or does the student hold a book and turn pages? Does the student decode or extract meaning from age or grade level print materials to substantially the same degree as a student without a disability? Or does the student read with fluency to substantially the same degree as a student without a disability? Notice I said or in between each of those questions, because if the answer is no to one of them, then you move to the far right. So again, if any of those answers are no, we move to the far right. And we read the text, accessible educational materials are required because the student does not access, use, and derive meaning from age or grade level standard printed text. The student qualifies for AIM under federal and state law. AIM is considered assistive technology and must be provided to the student in a timely manner. See next steps for providing AIM to students with disabilities for more information. That is an additional resource we will be talking about in our upcoming webinars. As we move back to this main question, again, that question that matches that prompt on the special factors form. Does the student access, use, and derive meaning from standard printed text, which allows for the student to make progress towards IEP goals in age or grade level standards? If that answer is yes, then we move to the left. The text in that box reads, the student does not require accessible educational materials. The IEP team should discuss the benefits of digital text and accessibility features, noting that they are part of good universally designed instruction. Remember, any required service to meet a disability-related need must be documented in the IEP. So this is the decision-making tree around AIM to help IEP teams answer the revised prompt. The next slides are an accessible version of this prompt. So I will click through them as we go. This resource will be published on the Department of Public Instruction's website soon. In addition, another resource and next step guidance document will be coming to and will be the focus of our upcoming webinars. So now that the student has a need for AIM, where do we put it in the IEP? First and foremost, it's really important to remember that every IEP is individualized, and it is based upon the student's disability-related needs. That being said, there are two places where it absolutely needs to be documented, and it is required that it is there. And those two areas are the special factors, the form we previously looked at, and also in the program summary. From there, AIM may be documented in the present level, in the participation in assessments, disability-related needs, measurable annual goals. Again, there's no one standard way to write an IEP simply because, again, it is based on the individual's disability-related needs. However, it is required to document in the special factors and program summary.